What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Sean Meehan. Sean, how's it going?
I'm unaware of any weird news that have gone on, I'll be honest.
That is the premise of the show, to be fair.
Oh good, I thought I was meant to prep, thank God. Oh boy.
Fuck. Oh fuck. That is a weight off my shoulders, let me tell you.
Lads, this is my lucky day.
As opposed to every other episode other than that one episode that you did, it has been the same, and you've never had to do anything.
It's been a fairly consistent format, yes, of me doing sweet FA and you putting in a week's worth of work.
But now, after last week, I've felt like you've put a lot of work into finding Dogman. Finding more about Dogman, who he is, what he's about.
Well, look, let's just hypothetically say someone did a deep dive and researched Dogman and maybe found that they really agree with his ideals and think it's better that he not be found and just be allowed to roam free.
He's very strong political stances, that guy.
And they're all the correct stances.
Look, I'm not going to say wrong or right. They're the correct ones. I'm not going to say what they are. You fill in your own blanks, people.
Just not up for debate, you know.
and who are we to argue with a man who looks like a dog? But there is no dog man this week, Sean. And I, of course, am devastated by this. I have no new update on the whereabouts of the creature from the shadows. But what we do have is we have 7 or 8 new weird news stories. Maybe there'll be a dog man within these. There is not. But maybe there will be maybe there will be just a character we can latch onto, because at the very, very start of this show, the episode 1, we covered a man who fell down a well. And that was in 2018, if you remember correctly.
Simpler
yes, a long
times.
time ago. Do you remember back then when we were like, Jesus, 2016 was a bad year? Well, oh boy.
Oh, lads.
This week we are starting with man falls through floor of home, plunges down 30-foot well that was underneath the house.
Hang on.
Yes.
What width is that well?
I don't know.
No, think about this, Connor. The entire house he had to fall through the floor. He fell through the one spot that happened to be above a well.
But would the one spot that is the weakest in the house be the part over the hole in a well?
Why would you design the weakest part to be over the deepest hole?
Right, dead centre, the apex of the home.
Just right where the floor dips and a load of cracks start to form. That's where we'll build the well.
We build out from the well, not around it. So firefighters in Connecticut said a man survived with only minor injuries when he fell through the floor of a friend's home and plunged nearly 30 feet down a well under the house.
Fucking hell. The friend must have felt so bad.
But like, it's not his fault.
No, he'd been digging that well for weeks.
Yeah. No, that was a bear trap in his house.
Yeah, the minor injuries came from a bear.
He's trying to convince his wife. He's like, I'm telling you, I'm going to catch that bear. All we got to do is lure it in for dinner. And eventually they'll have to walk into the kitchen and then we'll get it.
Sure, it'll get thirsty.
Sure, think about it. And she's like, could you not put the trap outside the house? You're not getting it, Maureen. You're just not getting it.
I've let the bear into the house.
He has his own key.
He comes and goes.
So the Guildford Fire Department and the Guildford Police Department said Chrissy Town was helping a friend move furniture into the home. So he was just moving in when the floor gave way under him and he fell nearly 30 feet down a well under the house, splashing into the cold water at the bottom.
Jesus. What a bad start to your new house.
The moving in has not gone well, you could say.
It has not, and you're certain,
no.
That's not going to be quick to fix.
No. How do you fill in the well? Is that the only way?
Or do you keep the well and just incorporate it into the design? I don't know. I can't say.
I don't know. But the police department said that the well was likely located outside the house when it was first built in the 1800s. But the hole was covered only by some simple wood flooring when the property was renovated and added to in the 80s. So these people who renovated were just fucking stick a cowboy builders. Just stick a plank of wood down and be fucking fine.
Just here's possibly the thinnest sheet of plywood we could find.
We have one that's slightly thicker. I said the fucking thinnest. Did I stutter?
Would you, in this economy?
We need the thick parts for the ground that's not over a well. Don't be ridiculous.
We need to keep it so that the floor is warm.
So, it is important to note that some of these older historical homes may have hazards that were not upgraded by current code, said the police in a Facebook post. Firefighters tossed down a flotation device to help him remain above water as they worked to hoist him out of the well with a rope system. Town suffered only minor injuries from his fall and was treated at the local hospital. Town said that the fire department was incredibly professional. They did a wonderful job and saved my life, basically. It's not a certainty that I would have died down there, but I was getting more and more, I would say, he said hypothermic. But I think just scared would have been another way. The longer you're in a well, the worse it's going to be.
That's true, but also he is, in quite deep, cold water, So he very well could have just, let's not get into it, but...
The fact that he fell 30 feet and is fine makes no fucking sense to me.
Big splash.
Big splash, the big splishy splash.
How
deep is the water in a well?
Well, it depends on the well and how deep it's dug, really, doesn't it?
I suppose. You've got answers to all my questions.
If I don't know well construction at all. So he fell 30 feet, is what I'm assuming is. He fell 30 feet, then hit water, and the water went on for a few feet.
It must have. He must have been travelling at what pace? What's the speed of gravity, Sean?
9.8 metres per second.
That's quite quickly when you're falling 30 feet.
Water wells typically range from 10 to 60 feet deep.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's just a well fact.
So... These random googs you do be pulling out, I don't know if I agree with them. They make you sound very, intelligent. I'm not into that.
Oh, everyone knows it's not me. Do you remember the time I asked Google on my phone to tell me something?
That Google was our third host of the podcast for a little bit.
It was one of our highest rated episodes, I believe.
Highest rated. I think that was just because Google were just we're on this one.
We're on this one.
But yeah, so this guy was helping his friend move into his brand new house, and now there's, I can only assume, a massive fucking hole in the ground where his sitting room is.
That friend can never ask for a fucking favour again.
Yeah, is it at this point where you're forever trying to make that up to him?
Yeah, you have to. The man who fell presumably never has to buy a drink again in his life.
Because the idea would be that not only did he help you move, that's a nice thing. Someone's moving and you can call upon someone to help you carry some boxes. That's quite nice.
That's worth a favour anyway.
But then he basically could have died trying to help you and your weird fucking home. Also, really, the real estate agent should have some answers here. You sold a house that had a big hole in the middle of it that was over a well, which I think might be slightly a bit of a hazardous situation.
That's true. See, if that was my house, I would never stop questioning what else is hidden.
There's fucking wells everywhere.
I'd be knocking on walls and fucking everything.
Why did we build a house at a well factory? Why did we do that?
Wait, what's the premise of a well factory? They keep a stock of wells pre-dug.
Just put them on the back of a truck. Get them there, come on. We've got 4 orders this week. We need to fucking pack these yolks up.
A 60-foot long truck hauling nothing but air.
Unreal. Yeah, so I read that, I thought, I don't know if he'll be coming back to help him move again.
I doubt it. Presumably he will break both of his legs next time because they'll have drained the well.
So we're moving on to our next piece of news, and this is actually a Florida man, but he is doing weird things, but I didn't think he was doing bad things, which is why I've thrown this in here, because Florida Tampa man quarantined alone with hundreds of parrots, but says it wasn't by choice. Now, what this lockdown has done several times is we've had people that during the lockdown and everything that's going on in the world, they get locked down in situations that they're not allowed to leave. And this man was quarantined alone with hundreds of parrots. We've had a man quarantined in an abandoned house, or village I should say.
In a ghost town.
In a ghost town that was haunted. And now we have hundreds of parrots. Sean, which would be worse?
See, the ghost town is like the threat you can't see. But the parrots would be annoying as fuck.
True. Absolutely true.
You'd go mad, at least they'd have someone to talk to, but they could only learn what you say and you'd just be hearing your own voice for 4 months.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. It's bad enough being in your own head, but imagine having to hear it out loud back to you.
100,000 times.
Imagine having to listen to this show with our voices. Blech.
Awful, lads.
You'd have to be a fool. So, Majid Magic Ismaili has a few hundred squawking parrots for a company. His only company. So his email to the Tampa Bay Times recently arrived with the subject line SOS. He says, "My name is Majid Ismaili, aka Magic, and I am a prisoner in my own property with over 200 parrots. No way to get in or out."
Oh, God.
So, since early March, the Tampa man has been trapped, he said, due to a court order in a property dispute that has landlocked him on his 5-acre Florida bird sanctuary in Tampa. It is surrounded by on all sides by other people's property. So, he's been flying solo, caring for Rocco, Ollie, Zaxi, and all the other macaws, African greys, conures, and lovebirds, spread between one large aviary and about 50 individual enclosures.
That is aviary big place.
And you can tune in next week. He says, "I get up before the sun, and all day I am cleaning, fixing cages, feeding parrots until night," he said. "At night, I answer a few emails from people who want me to take their parrots also. But I can't take any parrots. I'm only one person," he says.
He said through tears.
I don't want any more parrots. After you've reached 200 and you're trapped there, you're just like, I don't need another one. You know what? Leave it. Save it for yourself.
Yeah, just learn to look after your own parrot, please.
Yeah. Some volunteers were allowed to bring him food early on after the court order, but they haven't been back, and Ismaili said it has been a struggle to feed the birds and himself. Mostly, he said, both he and the parrots have been getting by eating the bananas and the bamboo shoots he grows all over the property. He also has a few bags of rice. He sleeps in a small office there. So, why this has happened is that Ismaili, he is in a dispute with one of his neighbours. Linda Fowler is the neighbour, and he basically has to go through other people's path to get in and out of his property. So Ismaili used the path to get in and out for years, but for the past 3 months it has been locked by 2 locked gates. Because he's enclosed. So Linda Fowler, the neighbour, said she'd previously allowed Ismaili to use the path for years, but took him to court because she was fed up with him being an awful neighbour. She said Ismaili failed to honour a deal made when she sold him the property 10 years ago, allowing her to ride horses across his sanctuary.
Oh, okay. Oh, so now it's revenge involved.
It's revenge. So she says, "I operate a horseback riding ranch and children's camp, and he jumps out of the woods looking like a madman because he lives back there, and he makes the children cry," she said. After years of After years of abuse from him, I said enough. He needs to use his own egress and ingress. I'm over it with him. Fowler said she has spent $100,000 in court fighting with his Mally for years over the property. And she has finally put up 2 locked gates so he cannot leave or come back into his property if he can get out at all.
That's horrifying, and it's
Yes.
so petty. I love it.
This is the most petty in the fact that she's trying to have her own horse riding situation, and she's like, I'll let you have your own sanctuary, but you have to let me go through that area to get in and out. And he apparently was pissing her off for several years, and so now she's just put up a big massive gate, so he's stuck on the parrot farm.
She used this whole scenario to her advantage. That she took advantage of literally a global pandemic to get her way.
So, the path is currently blocked by years of overgrowth, a different gate, and somebody else's fence. But Fowler said that's not her problem. That is up to Mr. Ismaili to figure out with his other neighbours. This is the other side of his property.
Right, okay. And has he wronged these people?
I can only assume yes.
He likes to wrong people. It's a hobby.
He does. A Hillsborough County judge ruled in Fowler's favour earlier this year. But this week, that judge granted a stay that will pause the court order and allow Ismaili to use the path again while the case is in appeal. The gate should be open again within a few days, Ismaili's lawyer said. So Ismaili said he, of course, has no funds to fight the case. So he has to put everything into the parrots. And so, here's the thing though. Sandler started a GoFundMe campaign titled Support Magic at Zaxi Bird Sanctuary to raise money for food and for legal expenses. So,
right.
She's starting, she's not, his attorney is starting a GoFundMe for him. But she is saying she's put the gate there because he pissed her off and now she's being petty. So he's going to finally get to leave in a few days, which is why we're covering this story. But the real story here is this man has been stuck on a parrot farm surrounded by 200 parrots for 3 months. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy is he?
Oh, he's got to be like Ace Ventura crazy.
If you're thinking Jim Carrey 1995.
Yeah, properly lost it. That's ridiculous. Because it must be. He says it himself. He wakes up, he looks after the parrots all day, and then he sends a couple of emails at night, and that's just been his life for the past few months.
Yeah.
And the judge has ruled. Sorry, the judge has ruled he's able to now use the gate until the court case is settled.
Until the court case is settled, because it's in appeal. So he says Ismaili gave a tour of the sanctuary over a video app this week. As he spoke to the white, scarlet and mango orange coloured parrots, they called back, they barked, they meowed, and they imitated telephones. One said, "Want a beer? Want a beer?" Mostly it was just an unending cacophony of shrieks and screeches.
Because that's what he had been doing for the past few weeks.
Which you can only assume he's just screaming into the void. He said, it's like living near the airport. You get used to the sound. Some of the birds were abused or injured or attacked someone. Mostly they're pets people no longer wanted. Some of the birds can live up to 80 years, outlive their owners even. He said this one, pointing at one bird, he bit already 41 people. Ismaili said, feeding a banana to a huge cockatoo. But he never bites me once, he said. It only takes one.
It really only takes one time.
Ismaili, who said the nickname Magic comes from his uncanny ability to safely handle aggressive birds. He's appealing the court ruling in his property case and is hoping to hear back in the coming weeks. But Sean, not only is he just in that place with birds, they're the birds that nobody wants. They're like the attack parrots.
They're the kind of birds that would form a ragtag hockey team.
The Mighty Ducks? Wrong bird.
I won't accept that.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are the bad boys of the avian world.
Yeah.
And he's he's just cool with him. I don't think you would ever get used to that sound. I think mentally you would block it out, but I don't think you'd get used to it.
I think once he comes out, like once he leaves, I think the silence will be deafening.
Oh yeah, it's like how people say you can't spend too long in the world's quietest room or you'll go mad.
Yeah, like
it's going to be the same situation.
It's the opposite. Like that has to be the loudest place ever. If you're sitting in a room and there's cages everywhere.
Yeah, and the smell, Connor. Have you considered the smell?
Oh, I hadn't considered the smell, Sean.
Consider the smell.
Oh, God. Oh, no, Florida man. Oh, you've gone wrong.
You've gone so wrong, and... I forgot he was a Florida man. I just thought this story is weird enough without it being Florida man, but now it's another situation he's gotten himself into.
Do you think this will make Florida man more or less unhinged?
It has to be more. Sure. This is a supervillain origin story.
Actually, now that you say it, this is the origin of Parrot Man or something.
Yeah, like the cockatoo.
The cockatoo. Oh fuck! And he'd fuck people up like, but he'd what he'd do is while robbing you, he'd tell you everything twice.
Oh, very good. That's his thing, and he always eats crackers.
You know, his big crime is he just mimics people. Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
He's just annoying as fuck.
Stop it. Batman turns and is like, come on, dude. Fuck's sake.
Just stop. I was born in the darkness.
I too was moulded by it. Oh, parrots. Oh, fuck, that's mental.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'm not having that.
Oh, fuck, I'm staying away from you.
I want nothing to do with this situation.
So Florida man, I think we should definitely stay on this story because this is definitely the origin story of a villain of Florida. And so if this man does commit any petty crimes in the future, we'll probably have to cover him because once he leaves that estate, his brain is mush.
Oh yeah, like I hope he's keeping in touch with people, but I also feel he'd be afraid to talk in case a chorus of parrots just like suddenly learns a whole new sentence.
But it would be anything, like even if he had the ring on his phone.
Oh god, that would be awful. And then you just hear it around the day and you don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, and you're just like, am I really popular or is it just 70 birds doing my vibrating noise?
Well, I know it'd be 70 birds in my case, but I didn't want to say.
2 messages a day and it's a fucking good day. Jeez, I'm popular. Fucking hell. Okay, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and this is more animals, Sean. This is a shark, because man filmed grabbing shark from ocean and holding jaws wide open for photo shoot.
What?
Yes.
No, Connie, you know how I feel about the ocean.
I know you love the ocean and you love Jaws. It's your favourite movie.
I think it's an awful thing. Both of those.
Someone get that shark a cello. Incredible footage shows the man hauling the animal out of the water at Delaware's Cape Henlopen State Park Beach, as shocked onlookers couldn't believe what they were watching. The man then poses for photos with the creature after dragging it out. He snatches the shark from the ocean before prying the beast's mouth wide open and posing for the photos. He was filmed wrestling the shark with his bare hands after it approached him in the water.
What?
Yeah! Stunned onlookers gasped as he put on a show in the sea. A woman can be heard screaming, "Wow, that's a big fucking shark."
Fucking ace reporter there.
Big shark. Don't want to get everyone's attention there, but that's a big fucking shark.
People stay calm, but big fucking shark.
I don't think big shark does it justice. Like, if you see a big shark, you're not going to go, "Oh, look at that big shark." You go, "Fuck, look at that big fucking shark." Fucking hell.
I can't stress enough the size of the shark, lads.
The video shot on the shoreline was obtained by Fox 5 in front of a crowd of people gathered nearby. Although the clip cuts off, one said the man released the shark back into the water after the photo shoot. Because this was just for his Insta, you know.
They
they were talking to Delaware resident Rachel Foster, and she said it was so cool, and we come to the beaches a lot.
Fuck it. Is it all journalism graduates that they questioned for this report?
It was cool, and we came to the beach a lot. Wow.
That's very good. Well done.
Fucking hell. Shakespeare's turned up, lads. Here we go. She says probably 2 or 3 times a week, in fact, but we've never experienced anything like this. Everyone started yelling, "Shark, shark, get out of the water!" And then this guy started walking towards the shark instead of away.
And we said, "No, you've got it wrong."
It was so crazy, like a movie, like Jaws. I like how she says like a movie, not like that movie, because I think there's only one movie that has sharks.
Well, Jaws 2.
Jaws 2.
3D.
Jaws 3D, of course, yeah. Piranha
Shark
3D.
Tale.
Shark Tale. Oh, fuck, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Shit.
better than all of the previous films mentioned.
Yes. So, Sean, this man, the shark comes up onto the beach. I want to put you in his position. Someone says, "That's a big fucking shark." Are you moving towards it for a photo shoot? Are you thinking, I could get some fucking social media clout? Or are you thinking, Jesus, I like my legs?
Well, I assume at this point the shark has visibly identified me as a threat. So I'm going to have to take action. So I think, I toss my phone to the nearest. Well, there's a lot of journalists around, so I toss my phone to the nearest journalist.
Yeah.
And say, "That's not a shark." And then I flex my bicep and say, "This is a shark."
And they're just like, "What?" They're like writing it down with their little hats, and they're just like, "What is he talking about?"
And then I'm just running, and I'm a considerable distance away from the shark to start with.
You've started too early. You started to run way too early.
So I have to break down to like a slow jog.
Yeah.
And then I get to the waves, and I back to running.
You have to stop halfway for a stretch. Oh, my hamstrings. Oh, my hamstrings are a bit tight.
Have to stretch out the sharks.
You gotta be limber if you're gonna fight a shark.
And so then I'm running, and I get to the where the waves are just starting to break, and I think I have it gauged correctly, so I leap, but I've jumped too soon, and it's still shallow.
No. Oh, still shallow. You're getting a face full of sand.
I have a face full of sand, and then what's next is a face full of shark.
Yeah, and at that point you're ready for fight because you're kind of pumped. And the adrenaline is pumping at that stage.
That's true. I've been injured by the sand, so my body has released
adrenaline. You've torn both hamstrings and you've had a face full of sand. You are pissed.
So at this point, I start just headbutting the shark. But I'm underwater, so it's really slow.
And someone's on the bay like, "Oh my god, there's 3 sharks out there fighting."
And an old sea captain looks around and he says, "No.
No, they're just the biceps of our hero."
That's no man. 'Tis a remorseless shark-killing machine.
Takes out a pipe. My god. This is the 7th beach he's hit today.
He's on patrol.
Oh my god. I want to see you fight a shark. I think that would be great.
Yeah, me with the fear of water, Grant.
Yeah, I think you're the only one that could take him because everybody else is able to swim. But I think
swim.
the lack. Yeah, you just don't like water, right?
Yeah, I learned to swim out of necessity.
I understand that, but I think you'd be the only shark fighter in the world that wouldn't want to get into the water. And once the shark comes out of the water, he's on your land. That's your terrain, baby. You're taking that.
I'll fight any shark on my turf. That's a promise.
Meet me in the street, because I'm not coming to the sea.
Oh man,
you're like in the movie Jaws, and they're just like, "We have the greatest shark killer in the world coming here. He's meeting him in downtown Ohio." But what?
No, he's on his way now.
So this man, the shark comes up onto the beach, and his first thought is he runs towards the shark. He picks it up with his bare hands after wrestling it with it, and then opens its mouth to prise his mouth wide open for a smile at a photo shoot.
That's a power move right there.
Is there a bigger power move?
Perhaps if he had bit the shark.
Or if he had fucked the shark back to his family and then jumped into the sea and swam away. I'm now the shark of the ocean.
I've taken your place.
Like, who runs towards a shark? I don't understand. To what end? Is this just for the Instagram post?
Like, I do feel there was a moment in this dude's head where he looked at the situation and just decided, look, it's now or never. It'll be a great story.
It'll be a great story when I can't tell my grandkids because I've no kids and I'm definitely going to die, but I'll be able to tell somebody. Somebody will listen.
Yeah, and look, I might start averaging 60 likes a photo. He's
also like, 60 likes a photo, Jesus.
I know.
Jojo Siwa's turned up, lads. So fucking hell. He's also like a big dude, like muscly, if you've seen the video. So like, he must just think this is like a trial for Gladiator or something.
And maybe it is. Maybe
to become the next Atlas, you need to become King of Atlantis.
That is... I'm not sure any of that's true, but... also, why would the King of Atlantis be rewarded for hurting sharks?
How am I meant to know? Do I make the rules that I've just made up? Yes, but at the same time, no.
So I didn't think about it like that. I'm truly sorry.
See now.
This is what happens when you jump to conclusions. You end up looking like a shark.
You look like a fucking moron. Jesus.
Let's not use that kind of language.
It's a big fucking shark.
That's a big fucking shark, lads.
So we're moving on to our next piece of weird news, and that is Canadian Tire stores forced to close after every item in the store scans in as Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, this is someone who's decided to quit their job and burn all their bridges.
Out for a bit of divilment.
This is divilment.
So a spudtacular mess up baffled shoppers and staff at Canadian Tire stores across southern Ontario this week. On the morning of Monday, June 29th, customers filed into Canadian Tire stores in Lindsay and Whitby as usual, filling baskets as they browsed through the aisles as you are wont to do in any shop. But,
that's true.
However, upon getting to the point of sale, people quickly realised that there was something completely bizarre going on. Cash register attendants were left bewildered after every single item they scanned came up reading Mr. Potato Head on the till.
Do Canadian Tire sell Mr. Potato Head, I wonder?
Probably not. I would say there's very little Mr. Potato Head merch in stores in regards to the fact that Toy Story came out last year. But I think he's kind of the driver of most Mr. Potato Head sales.
That's true, you don't often just get... Was Mr. Potato Head a toy before Toy Story?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. Glad we can agree on something.
I think we can say safely, yes. Also, that could be completely wrong, but I think it was.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Right. So no matter what staff tried, the glitch couldn't be corrected, and workers were eventually forced to temporarily close their stores. This was an anomaly that occurred only at our Lindsay and Whitby stores, explained the store owner. The company attributed the unappealing issue to a downloading error, which caused item names to instead appear the same as the popular children's toy. It has since been corrected, and the stores are operating normally. But Sean, I'm going to throw a theory at you. What if there was a man or woman who had been fired from one of these stores? Maybe they have a bit of a vendetta. Maybe they want a bit of revenge. And the only way they could do that is by hacking. Hack the mainframe they did. They were typing away, someone over their shoulder was like, zoom in and enhance. And they were like, why would I do that? Did it anyway, just cause. And then you had Shamar Moore from Criminal Minds going, look at that up, baby doll. They're typing away, and then they hack the stores in only these two towns to say Mr. Potato Head as a bit of a goof for all situations. Sean, what are your thoughts?
See, I think just Mr. Potato Head is a very specific item to have every item scan as. So I think there must be some kind of connection between the two stores, the person who did it, who we're assuming it's a person that did it on purpose, and then with Mr. Potato Head. Are these two stores close together? Are they possibly managed by the same person?
Yes, they're both in southern Ontario.
Okay, so it's possible there's one manager for both stores.
Right.
So, working from that, we can assume that it was an employee in one of the stores that wanted to annoy the manager of the store that they used to work in. But they didn't.
And the manager's nickname that he doesn't like, or she doesn't like, is Mr. Potato... Actually, I would have Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head, very, very good. You've done it there now.
Yeah. So they all call, like, the big man in the head office is a fucking Potato Head where he is, huh?
Well, sure, like, anyone with the last name Murphy is liable to be called Spud.
Oh, that's true. That's
So
true. And sure, one step away from Potato Head at that stage.
That's true. He might have been like, don't call me Spud. My name is Alfonso Murphy. And so everyone was like, come on, Spud. And he was like, right, you're fired. And,
come on now, Spud. Go away from me now, Spud.
I'm fried, am I?
You've done it again. Oh, lads.
What's this piece of paper? I've lost
the
my
Irish
job.
Black Famine. What the fuck is this? So, yeah, this story is only a small one, but the deeper you look into it, the stranger it becomes, because they had to have a cover-up, and they were just like, oh, well, it might have been a downloading error, but that is the strangest downloading error ever, if it was a downloading error for a thing that they don't even stock.
Yeah, because Canadian Tire sounds like an auto parts store and things like that.
Can only assume they sell tyres.
You'd hope so. Otherwise, that is blatant false advertising.
Wait a minute. This is a home store and more. What is this?
Why I oughta.
So this has to have been a prank that's gone wrong. And somebody just wanted to annoy the manager, who is nicknamed as Mr. Potato Head.
That is all we can assume, and it's definitely correct.
Well, I guess you could say we've chipped in with that idea, don't you think?
Very good, Connor. Totally tubular.
So, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and that is group busted on Staten Island with illegal fireworks and dead alligators in the back seat.
Oh.
Yes. A group of people were arrested on Staten Island while holding a load of fireworks and 3 dead alligators, cops said on Wednesday.
Okay, the phrase "a load of fireworks" is just great. Yeah. I like it.
A load of fireworks.
Just a load of fireworks.
A load of them.
Just fucking heaps of them, lads.
This is what...
3 dead alligators raises some questions.
This is why it caught my eye. Because you hear stories of, say, people hauling alligators or whatever across state lines. They're trying to, I don't know, maybe illegal trading of alligators or illegal trading of fireworks. Not very often you get a double dipper in both camps.
That's very true. God, there must be a market for, alligator-themed 4th of July celebrations.
Must be. So, the New York City Sheriff's Office said that about 10 individuals were charged in connection with multiple counts of unlawfully dealing with dangerous fireworks and unlawfully transporting 3 alligator carcasses. We are not making that up, the Sheriff's Office tweeted, in apparent reference to the dead alligators. The bust was the result of a fireworks trafficking investigation. So, Sean, these people were coming across the border, trying to bring in a load of fireworks, but at the same time, alligator carcasses for what end?
Oh boy, that's... What you've done there, Connor, is you've asked me, an unqualified Irishman,
yes,
to solve a crime And I'll be honest, I give my best effort on this show. But the only, like, you can illegally traffic fireworks, you can illegally traffic alligators. I don't see the benefit to doing both at once other than good timekeeping.
The Venn diagram of people who are interested in both has got to be small.
That's true, and what, like, dead alligators as well.
It might be a thing where they, like, want to hang them up, you know, like, have those, like, things on the wall.
True, yeah, that's very possible. They might want to make alligator leather.
Oh, yeah.
But surely there's source. I don't know. Can you not buy it or something? I'm not familiar with the trade. I can only assume
it's frowned upon. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with how hide is handled. God, I'll be honest, Connor. I'm a bit distressed.
I don't like the fact that they were bringing the alligators. And I think that's obviously incredibly wrong. It's just the idea that, as you said, time consumption is an issue here. In that they were clearly like, we got to get both of these done by 8 tomorrow morning, and we don't have time for 2 trips. Throw them all into the fucking back. Let's go.
What's the worst that could happen? And then it cuts to like 30 minutes later, and there's just a car on fire splattered with alligator blood from the inside.
How were we meant to know they were asleep? And fuck's sake.
Sure, we lit him as a joke.
I like me candles when I'm driving. Is that so bad?
Relaxes me.
A few Yankees going along as I'm having a bit of a drive.
A bit of vanilla, a bit of cinnamon.
But did you have to do it in the firework van? Yes.
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 How many times do I have to say you? I get a real buzz off of fireworks.
And lovely smells. Fuck's sake. So yeah, they've somehow, in possibly the strangest group bust we've had for quite a while, they have found alligators and a load of fireworks on these people.
Yeah, that's a strange mix. It's got to be a 4th of July thing though coming up, right? I just don't know how. Yeah,
it's I don't know how it links. Just, is it going to be like a weird... Could be a ritual. Maybe they've stopped a satanic ritual.
Well, I don't know how many... Like, the theatrics added by fireworks, I feel, don't lend themselves to the aesthetic of a satanic ritual.
Do you like fireworks?
I'm not... I can take or leave them, honestly. I'm not mad on them.
I think the exact same. Do you know when you're younger and, like... There's fireworks in there's some party going on, there's fireworks, like a Halloween or something.
Yeah.
And your parents are like, oh, you won't want to miss the fireworks. Like, come on, we'll go see the fireworks. I just remember thinking, I mean, they're grand. I mean...
Look, fair play to them. They did what they set out to do.
They fucking exploded in the sky. Few sparks, fair play to you.
Fucking the dogs are going mental.
But I'll tell you something now, if I missed them, I wouldn't be that sad.
No, I wouldn't. Like, and there have been times I've enjoyed a firework or two, you know?
No, it's always just like, the fireworks start, you get like 4 or 5 minutes of just like, alright, and then there's a real big one, you go, wow, and then you go back to alright, and then you have to wait for the grand finish. That's how fireworks work.
Yeah, and then there's that moment where it doesn't go off, and it's just still stuck in the ground, and everyone looks around and says, we're not supposed to go near it, and then someone goes near it.
Yeah, someone goes over and like kicks it.
Yeah,
like, come on, go on there now.
or they go inside, they get a kettle of water, and they just pour it on it just to be safe.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, I feel like I need to talk to people about my lack of love for fireworks. It's something that I think as a society we're always taught like they're like peak. Fireworks are going off, that's how you celebrate. But I mean, the only fireworks I've ever enjoyed is at the end of the Power Rangers movie, when they're all happy they defeated Ivan Ooze, fireworks are going off, it's a great day out.
Yeah, and like New Year's fireworks, you know the ones they do on like London Bridge and all that?
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot. Like,
It seems like a waste of money.
seems like how much effort goes into that every year.
Just have one big one and just leave it.
Just fucking, yeah, one big explosion that you can see all around the world. Let's blow up the sun.
We're not saying we're bringing better ideas. We're saying we're bringing different ideas. We're throwing things.
Look, at least we're coming up with something, lads.
You've been coasting for years now, the firework people.
Ah, yeah, and then they all go off in a circle around the London Eye. Fuck off.
Jack, get rid of it. I'm sick of it. Okay, we're moving on to two Florida men. Florida man stole a $900,000 boat, but left it after hitting pilings, deputies say.
It's like, well, that's fucking ruined.
Yeah, well, there's nothing I can do about here. I may leave it. Deputies said the thief hit 4 channel marker pilings, then abandoned the boat, leaving it to drift into an oyster bed. The Pinellas County man has been arrested on a charge that he stole a nearly $1 million worth of boat, then ran it into 4 channel marker pilings straight away, arrest reports say. Donovan Russell Jester, a man with 3 first names, of Largo,
never trust a man with 3 first names,
was arrested on a charge of grand theft of a vessel on Thursday. I was going to say vehicle, but vessel is actually the right term. The theft occurred about 2:15 a.m. Pinellas deputies said the man stole a 46-foot Jinanu leader with a value of $900,000 from Thunder Marine in the Bay Pines Boulevard. Deputies said the thief hit 4 channel marker pilings, then abandoned the boat, leaving it to drift into an oyster bed. The boat had about $100 worth of damage to it.
That's not... sorry, just in relation to the price of the boat, it's not too bad.
$900,000.
But having $100 worth of damage to it.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's not bad, to be fair. But, I mean, it's more than I have.
Oh, yeah, like, I wouldn't be throwing it away, but...
No, like, if I had it, I'd be like, might save that for a rainy day. But the idea that Florida man has decided, I like that boat. Jez, that's a nice boat. Gets into the boat. Immediately discovers he cannot drive the boat. Crashes 4 times. After the 3rd time, you're like, right, one more and I may leave. Because this is getting embarrassing.
Yeah, everyone's looking at me. Everyone in the marina thinks I'm a gowl now.
At 2:15 a.m, they're all looking at me.
But also, I feel he's discarding the boat far too quickly. You know, like there's some good driving left in that boat. Fair enough, you didn't get it straight away, but maybe it's not the boat for you.
No, like it doesn't mean you have to give up on boats altogether. Like if you're in a bad car and you crash 4 times, maybe it's the car. Don't look inward. Look outward.
That's it. I'd say it's most likely it's the car, actually. Because like, when did you ever crash when you were walking?
Yeah, sure. Like, am I crashing? No. Is the car hitting things? I haven't hit one pole. The car's hit all the poles.
That's true. The only thing I've hit there now is the dashboard.
So he got in. Florida man. Like, I think Florida man's eyes are bigger than not his belly. His conscience, I suppose. But Florida man looks at this boat and he's like, I've never driven a boat before, but fucking shiny. So when you think about it, fucking shiny.
Fucking, I'm having that, lads.
I'd be having that. And so he gets in and he just goes for a drive, immediately hits the 4 channel marker pilings that are just in the bay, I can only assume, then leaves it in an oyster bed and swims away. Never
to be seen again.
Oh no, they got him because he found a left thumbprint on the cabin door that was matched to him. He had first denied being on the boat altogether, but almost immediately after he was taken into the custody, he admitted that he was indeed on the boat. So, differing stories there from the man himself. We don't know if he was or wasn't on the boat.
Connor, it was either admitted or cut off both of his own thumbs.
He's like looking at his thumbs like, we've had a good run. We've had a good run, boys.
Who has 2 thumbs and is going to miss you? This guy.
Not me anymore. Florida man, he likes shiny things, but like I don't think there was any point if hypothetically, if I steal a boat that's $900,000, it would take an awful lot for me to abandon the boat and think swimming is a faster proposition.
Yeah, I don't know the scale of boat repair, because if that $100 thing is like would also just destroy the boat, like if it's $100 to fix but it's a hole straight through to the bottom, then it's probably worth abandoning ship.
You think there was like a bit of water like popping up, like out of just like a geyser?
Yeah, like a cartoon fountain of water.
Yeah, no, you don't want that in a boat, and you gotta have a little bucket, throw it out.
No, oh yeah, of course, and then sure, then you're on the bottom of the ocean, and you're not the captain, so you don't have to go down with the ship.
No, you don't. You can leave at any point. They make that very clear.
It's like it's only him.
I'm a Florida man. Get me out of here! You have to shout, and they'll pick you up.
And then Ant
move
and Deck
you away.
fly in.
The deck, and they're just doing running commentary of you going, "Oh no! Oh no!"
Vote now.
Okay, we are finishing weird news this week, Sean, with a Florida man who he has to call the police because something heinous has occurred.
Heinous?
Normally we finish off every week with the biggest news story, but I felt like this week was the most ridiculous news story. That is, Florida man calls cops after hamburger with mayonnaise left at his door.
Oh. What? Wait, is he... There has to be more to this. It can't just be a hamburger with mayonnaise. Like, please continue. I'm sorry, I'm baffled.
An officer was sent to a local motel regarding a Florida man wanting to file a report about someone leaving a hamburger outside his hotel room door. According to Bryan County 911, the complainant advised them when he picked up the hamburger, he got mayo on his hands and he wanted a report. Upon their arrival, we began speaking to the complainant. He then picked up the hamburger again in front of them and got mayo on his hand again and said he wasn't thinking and did not wash his hands until about 10 minutes later.
Just early, didn't want to get rid of the evidence.
Yeah. You're right. He then said he placed the hamburger in a trash bag, made contact with the hotel management, and gave them his trash bag to be properly disposed of. He expressed his concern with getting mayo on his hands and the possibility of contracting something from it. He said, according to his television, someone named Como said that he needed to report the incident in case he becomes sick in a week.
What? Okay, so he's got a time frame here of like,
Yeah.
I have this long.
So Florida man opens his hotel room door, and sitting there, in a wrapper of some kind, is a burger, a lovely burger. And you have a look around, you're like, what the fuck? Who left this here? You pick it up. Oh, mayonnaise! Call the fucking SWAT. Get the SWAT in.
Get me the Sarge.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
It's like burn the whole thing down.
And so when they arrive, he picks it back up again. And he's like, I did this. Oh, I've done it again.
Just officers, if I could offer you a dramatic reconstruction.
And he says that a man in his TV called Como said that he needed to report the incident in case he becomes sick in a week. Sean, what do you think of the Florida man? Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Like, is mayonnaise that dangerous to just like have on you?
On like skin on skin contact. I've never heard of anyone getting sick of it personally, other than that episode of Futurama when Fry eats that sandwich from the petrol station. Other than that, never.
Okay. Well, now it had been left out for a while, so it might have been slightly sour. Did he taste the mayo?
He never tasted it. He says specifically he touched it, got mayo on his hands, rang the SWAT.
Decided he'd had enough, And
decided this was worse than murder.
this should be punishable by death.
Bring back the electric chair for whoever left this beautiful succulent burger.
And ruined it with mayonnaise. Does he just not like mayonnaise?
Well, Sean, I think that's the question, but the question I have for you is, who left the burger?
Oh, probably some local prankster.
It's a weird prank, is what I'll say.
No, I'll grant you that.
Somebody had to go through the trouble of buying the burger and then wrapping the burger up and leaving the burger on his doorstep, then calling the emergency service, or calling, maybe knocking, maybe ringing the doorbell, then moving away.
Yeah, he definitely didn't order room service, did he?
Well, he said a man in the TV was talking to him, so we can also assume the Florida man might be having something else other than burger in his system.
Some chips, perhaps.
Some chips, bit of ketchup.
Bit of fucking hell. So he likes ketchup and not mayonnaise. How's that work?
I cannot confirm. He likes, have you heard of saucy sauce? Has anyone heard of that?
Are you talking about Mary Rose sauce?
What's that one?
Mixed ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
That's what I called it, anyway.
Oh, right, yeah, they've mixed the two of them together.
Sauce.
Saucy sauce is what they call it in certain parts.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'd be staying out of those parts.
The affluent north, if you will.
Very affluent. Very saucy.
But yeah, Florida man, maybe he's onto a conspiracy nobody else is aware of. Maybe if they leave the burger, you've got 7 days to live. Maybe this is going to be like a hitman is out.
So wait, this is some kind of like It Follows scenario, where as soon as you get mayonnaise,
the burger follows people slowly.
Very slowly, but
yeah.
Oh, he'll get there.
Almost stationary ways, just like because a burger, not very fast.
No, a burger, it's at the speed of the person who's holding the burger, generally.
Really, that's true, and it's being held by the ghost from It Follows.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying. What's It Follows about?
It's about a weird monster that chases people after they have sex.
Oh, right. It's
a whole metaphor for STDs.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, fucking sounds like a great film. Let's remake it with burgers.
Let's remake it with the guy from Burger King.
You mean the Burger King?
The Burger King, the king of the burgers, and the villain is of course the Hamburglar.
Oh, very good. Well, they are natural enemies.
Natural enemies. And so you're with the king because you like a bit of like royalty. But at the same time, the Hamburglar has a bit of charm about him.
He's a bit of a rogue.
A bit of a rogue, Sean.
Connor, we just said it at the same time. Oh my god.
So, Florida man, he obviously has 7 days to live. You got mayonnaise on your skin. That means death.
Well, that mayonnaise contained acid that was slowly seeping into his bloodstream. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh,
who's Como?
Sorry?
Who's Como that he told him these things?
I think Como is just a ghost he sees on the TV because I'm assuming he's on meth.
Okay, it sounds familiar.
Are you thinking of Cuomo, the American congressman?
Yes, I am. Could it have been Cuomo?
Maybe you just can't pronounce his name.
I certainly can't.
No, you can't. Sean, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
What a week. We've been through the ringer. We've heard my tale for how to fight a shark.
Yeah, no, I think you're the next step on the Jaws sequence.
Of the food chain.
Yeah. I think it's been a good one. There's a lot of stories from Florida this week.
That's always a good week then, in my opinion. If you're from Florida and listening, please don't be mad at us.
No, I mean, it's not our fault that you just have really good stories.
You have really lax freedom of information loss. So
Really helps. Really
makes
helps.
things easy. Will I take us out, Connor?
Yes, please.
Thank you everyone very much for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thank you to everyone who supports us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link in the description. Everyone who supports us over there, absolutely amazing. Helps keep the lights on. Helps keep me in tip-top fighting shape.
Ready for sharks.
So ready. We're also on all of the social medias. They're all linked down below. Or you can email us, here'sforhire_@outlook.com. But I think that's about it, Connor.
I think that's it. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Sean Mean.
I will see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.